E-commerce ad accounts live and die by the images and videos that are used in the ads. This is what we call creative. Entrepreneurs like Gary Vaynerchuk popularized this idea by saying creative is the variable. That's why I'm gonna share 5 steps for a creative strategy that works. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Nate Cook Nelson with Common Thread Collective, and we partner with e-commerce brands to help them grow their businesses. And one of the best ways we actually do that is through ad creative. We've created ads for countless brands and learned a lot along the way, starting with lesson number 1, product. Knowing what you should really be selling. So you're ready to create an awesome ad, but how do you know which product to center it around? This equation can really help. You're taking your products with the highest 60-day lifetime value and the highest demand to figure out which products make the most sense for you to highlight. With that data, you can then ask yourself, which of my high profit products is underrepresented in the ad account? After you've selected a product, we'll move on to person. Using research to talk like an actual human. Maybe you've heard this before, but this is always a great reminder. People don't buy the thing you sell, they buy what the product does for them. Usually that means it's solving a problem for them. And we found that there are 3 levels of problems that people are usually looking to solve. Physical, which is the literal product. Functional, what the product does for them. And identity. How does owning this product make them feel like the person they want to become? When you have this framework as a compass, you begin to create ads like Slick Products did. After understanding who their target audience wanted to become, they used the famous dirt biker in their ads. If they were solely thinking about how to make their ad pretty, they wouldn't have hit those product problems. Reviews, Reddit, and Google Trends are really great ways to understand your audience's problems and speak to them in the language they're used to. You have the product and the person. Now it's time to move on to platform. How the medium shapes the creative. This is where a lot of brands begin to cut corners and let profits fall by the wayside. Something I'm learning right now as a creator is that stories are told way differently on each platform. On the left, you see the traditional story arc that a lot of brands use. This is great for a Netflix show where you need to build a lot of character, but not so much when you're telling stories on social and you have short attention spans. Right here is when viewers would scroll past your video on social. That's why the emerging story arc is a necessity. You drop viewers directly into the problem or the climax of the video. I love these 2 examples because at first glance, they really don't seem that different. But when we understand that it's not about production value, it's actually about how they're presenting the problem, we'll understand why one performs so much better than the other. To quote David Ogilvy, if you advertise fire extinguishers, start with the fire. Your product can then be positioned as the hero. But my product is boring. Look, there's no such thing as a boring product, just a boring writer. Keep this in mind along with building your ads for mobile, not just trying to make the landscape videos fit, expecting the sound to be off, and having your branding be legible. You're then ready for step 4, production, concepting a great digital marketing campaign. There are quite a few things that go into a great digital marketing campaign, but one of the most important ones is aligning your creative with the level of awareness that your customer is at. For example, when your prospect knows they have a problem but they aren't aware of your product, then showing an ad that shows how your product solves that problem would be best. Once they know all there is to know about your product, it's time for you to show them why it's superior to the competitors. And finally, this remarketing audience gets an offer as a reason to pull the trigger. We recommend building a sales sequence for your ads, and that sets you up perfectly for the final step, performance. Iterating, learning, and improving. We love the David O quote of if it's not selling, then it's not creative. But that doesn't mean ROAS is the only number you should be looking at. It actually won't tell you why an ad isn't working. For that, we'll go back to our AIDA funnel. Each stage of the funnel has a different focus, and depending where your prospects stop, it can actually show you what part of the ad needs to be changed. The 3-second view will show you how well you're grabbing attention. The average watch time will gauge how you hold that attention. Outbound CTR will display how you're exciting them to take action. And ROAS will display how the content sets up the final purchase. Try tweaking these different elements based on what stage of the funnel your creative is losing the viewer's interest. If you want more in-depth access to what I shared in this video, you can get a PDF version of this or view the article with the link in the description below. Let us know in the comments what other topics you'd like us to cover, or if you have any questions about ad creative and beyond. And until next time, keep growing your business, and we'll be here to help you make it happen.